Hello and welcome to an amazing podcast. This is the Iron Sorcerer D.
This is Modi.
I didn't think about this. This is Matt. Um, I'm gonna skip my a little bit today because I don't know what I was gonna say.
Awesome, and we are reviewing episodes X through Y of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Culling Games Part 1. What you guys think?
Oh man, I'm loving it. This is my favorite season. This is my favorite season so far, and I don't think it can get messed up at this point. So I'm excited. I don't know if this is going to be a 12 episode season or 24. But yeah, I think this is great. This is what shonen is all about. At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. We'll get into it, but yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Okay, for me, I'd say this is my second favorite arc, but my favorite animation of the series so far. I like a lot. I think it has a great balance of action and slow moments. I'm really enjoying the slow moments actually, but I have a lot of issues with the whole Culling game concept in general.
Okay.
Guys,
Matt?
I'm so confused. I'm
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's like happening a lot of the times.
Yeah.
As far as like what the goals and plans are, or even like where people are in relation to each other. And I think that might be on me. Like I'm not gonna hold.
It's not you.
The
Yeah.
anime to that, but like I'll fully accept that. Like there are moments I kind of like my eyes glassed over, and I feel like I would enjoy it a lot better if I had if I knew Ball. Like I'm sure a lot of the people who like have read the manga or are like laser focused onto what's happening are, but. Like, I mean, it's good overall, but yeah.
Okay, because here's the thing for me. I think I'm enjoying it, but one of the biggest issues I have with Gege's writing style and like the overall style of JJK, it feels like it drastically overcomplicates things, and I feel like it confuses complexity with depth. Like, okay, a couple of things I have with the Culling games. First thing, if you have an entire episode dedicated just to spreadsheeting out and explaining the rules of your tournament, and people are still having trouble keeping up with things, you have a major problem. Just in general, the fact that it's hard to follow and hard to get invested with like the individual motivations of all the characters is a really rough thing for me. And the fact that this whole thing is happening so like Yuji and Megumi could save Megumi's sister, and A, I don't know what her name is. B, I don't know what she looks like. And C, I have no idea where she is or what's going on with her, is a massive problem for me. Honestly, like, I think it's doing a lot of really good stuff. And I feel like if I rewatched it like 3 times or so, I would probably be able to digest it better. But I think this whole entire season would have been way better if instead of the whole Culling Games thing, it would have been like Kenjaku just makes an announcement that says, hey, I have Gojo right here. Whoever wins my fighting game tournament gets to have him. That way you have like a bunch of different factions where it's just like, you have the Sorcerer High School who's like, no, we gotta keep Gojo off the board, so we're going to enter the tournament so we can secure him. You could have other factions saying like, oh man, if I free Gojo, he'll owe me a favor. Or you have other people like Yuji who's saying like, oh man, I have to free Gojo or else I am a dead man. And you have like each of those different factions colliding together. You would have had a much more simpler way of getting people into the tournament and a really effective way of like setting up the conflicts and everything.
But you don't know, or maybe you do, but I don't think we know. I'm pretty sure we don't know what Kenjaku's overall reason for doing all this is.
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah.
he has a reason for not doing it that way that you just described. But okay, so I kind of agree with both of you guys in a way, in that, yes, you guys are both correct when you say that you would be enjoying it a lot more if like you spent time on it. And I'm saying that because I went back, I spent time, I rewatched like recaps like twice.
That's a problem.
Rewatched some. Yes, I know exactly, and I rewatched some episodes. Because like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I like. So I'm willing to do it because like once you understand it, it's like it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
My problem is,
but
like,
you're right that. But I think you're right that you shouldn't. Matt was kind of blaming himself. He was like, you know, it's just me. Like my eyes glaze over. It's not. It's the show's responsibility to keep your eyes from glazing over. You know. So yeah, you're right that it shouldn't be that way. But like, it's fun, and I feel like it might be more fun in manga too because the way you consume manga is different from the way you consume. What's it called? Anime. And yeah, so. It is once you understand all the rules and all that stuff, and you like really take your time with it. I think it's like it's awesome. I really enjoy it.
I think the other issue I have with it too is that like it over-explains, like I said before, it over-explains what seem like simple like topics, right? Where it's just like, oh yeah, like Naoya isn't just moving fast, he's skipping every 24th action and committing every 8 minutes to a single punch that allows him to transcend reality. I'm like, bruh, he's moving fast. I get it. Continue.
I disagree. I disagree. But I think this is just a tasting between us. Because, yeah, it could just be he's moving fast, but it's not that. It's actually not that. And it actually matters for the mechanics of the fight, right? Maybe at the end of the day, the result is the same in that someone hits someone hits someone else, someone hits someone back harder, and that person wins the fight. Sure. But, like... if you care enough to like get into the details of their powers and like why they can't do certain things certain ways and all that, it makes sense why the author would want to explain it. Because I also think I kind of have like a similar instinct to Gege when I write, which is that I'm like, when I write, I'm thinking of things like trying to make sure that things would make sense to someone who's really thinking about it very clearly and deeply, like, oh wait, like everything should make sense, right? So I understand why Gege has the urge to explain in detail, because like maybe practically it doesn't matter because like 80% of the people who watch it or read it are just gonna be like, you know, enjoying the fight, right? You know, for like the more I don't want to say surface level, but like, you know, the more surface level stuff. Whereas that doesn't necessarily have to be the case for everyone. And I feel like he's like trying to make sure that someone can't say, if they look into the details of how the powers work, like, oh, this didn't make sense. And I do think I agree with you that in terms of like actual entertainment, it drags it down, especially in the medium of anime. Even in manga, people complain. Like I know for Hunter x Hunter, you've heard the complaints, right? Yeah. It still drags it down. It may not necessarily be the best medium for this, but I feel like if you're willing to like, you know, deal with it, you know, I think it's not only worth it, but it's necessary.
Okay, I will say though, it can be a double-edged sword. So talking about the fight between Yuji and Higurumo. First of all, I thought that was like one of my favorite fight scenes in the show so far. I love the setup they did for like Higurumo's backstory. I love the whole episode, the flashback arc of him working as a defense attorney. And I love the fight, and I love how they handled his power and domain expansion. That all was really awesome. My issue is there's a huge expo dump about how... You're probably wondering why Higurumo was able to do all of this in such a short amount of time. And they go through, like, his entire thought process for, like, discovering cursed energy and everything. But the problem with that is, as soon as they finished up with that, I was like, yeah, but when did he learn Kung Fu? Like, this guy was working as a lawyer for his entire, like, life. He's, like, almost 40. He's been working a desk job this entire time. And then, like... in 12 weeks, he's like a kung fu master. Where the hell did that come from?
Even more than that, I didn't even accept the first thing about how he got his powers to be that good. Like even the best prodigies in Jujutsu Kaisen so far have had teachers, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me this guy didn't have a teacher and he got himself to be like scrapping easily with Yuji, like he's first grade, right? Yuji's first grade officially. So he's like first grade level after 12 days without a teacher. What are we talking? I didn't that fight. I agree with you about everything else. Like, it was a great fight. It might actually even be my favorite fight of the series. But that part, like, just the fact of him being able to do that, I couldn't accept that.
Hey, okay, listen. Hikari, before he did the whole illegal gambling thing, had a really popular tutorial series on how to, like, use cursed energy, right?
Why is he, like, so physically... Is he being, like, buffed by the demon, by the curse? Or is
I'm just gonna assume that's what it is. I'm gonna assume that's like it. Also, I'm gonna assume it also gives him kung fu powers. You know, like
that's what I was assuming when I watched it, but I wasn't sure that that's actually the case.
That's the problem. Like, when they explain certain things in such detail, the things they don't explain stand out to me so much more.
I mean, that one kind of made more sense, though, because they're, like, on a trial where you have to be incredibly thorough about everything. It would kind of make sense. Like, that's one of the few scenarios where I'm like, it would make sense that he would explain his entire power set to Yuji. Because, like, you would want to be completely transparent with them.
Right.
What do you...
In the courtroom. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think about the fight that Megumi and Panda had versus Kirara? Like, do you think there was that fight was over explained, or did you think it was necessary, like the rules of her power and all that?
My eyes were glazing over on that fight, my guy. My eyes were glazing over really hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking.
Right. I didn't mind that one as much. Because also it took me a while to understand it. I think I started to get it at the end, but I still thought it was like really fun. Just with how they were like moving around and what was happening like on screen.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think it's awkward whenever the characters like are just standing there and like thinking and talking while they're just like standing in place and staring at each other. I feel like that's like a thing that this and a lot of anime does, where it's just like you're going through your battle plan in your head. Which I guess I would assume would... Or even you're talking to someone and you're going through your battle plan, and your enemy is just, like, staring at you with their mouth open. Like, I don't know, maybe they're at least, like, ducking and covering. Like, I feel like I could buy it a little bit more, but, like, you know...
I'm just saying, it's a good thing Japan has such good gun regulation, because this would have gone a very different way. This is America.
I usually assume during those bits that... It's happening very quickly, but like all that thinking is happening like very quickly, like maybe even almost instantaneously. But,
but he's talking to Panda though, like, so it's not happening.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like they're strategizing together, so it isn't
okay.
Because I would assume that too, but yeah.
So then the other reason that the reason that I even wanted to ask you that, Matt, is because I just remember like when we were first starting to record, when you first started to review with us, I was like telling you about how like there's some shows where like there's some series where like you need the explanations, right? Yeah. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. So that's why I wanted to like ask you, like, did you feel like it was still, it could have gone without and would have like it wasn't necessary, or do you felt like it was needed? Okay, whether or not you thought it was boring, like, did you think it was needed?
It was needed.
You know?
It was definitely needed.
It was needed.
Okay.
Definitely. I do feel like the part that maybe in that scenario, I don't think it works as much. Maybe this doesn't work for the show in general, because a lot of people like pulling out elements of their power like during the fight to like cause shock value. But to me, I just feel like it interrupts with the pace of like a fight. Like if you had to like, if you're watching like a boxing match and every time you like someone goes out to throw a punch, like someone pauses the TV to be like, well, you see Mike Tyson is using his like 5th level like something that he learned when he was like a little boy. And it's like that stuff's interesting
So
and factors into it, it just like completely like takes you out of the fight for a while. So I feel like if they maybe like spaced out, either like go through an enemy you're about to go through like before you actually like start all the fighting, so that way like we have like an actual like fight scene that's like not doesn't take like 20 minutes to get through, or like pace it out better. I don't even think I actually kind of liked that whole sequence between them, but like I don't know. I just feel like it ruins the pacing of what otherwise would be like a fantastically animated fight scene.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. For me, I guess I'm kind of different. I guess I don't know if how many other people like that, but I genuinely actually prefer the other thing that you described, where like when you're like, imagine if there was like you were watching a boxing fight and they paused and they did a play explaining like each fighter explaining what they're like, what the other's thinking and all that. I would actually enjoy that more. And in fact, a couple of months ago, I actually used to hate boxing. I thought it was really boring. And then a couple of months ago, I came upon a video of like someone explaining, like doing a play of a boxing match, literally describing what you're talking about. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I started to actually watch more boxing just because of that. So
I mean, that's interesting.
I like that kind of stuff.
You after you watch it the first time, like I like analysis of media in general. Like, people will just like spend hours talking about like one scene, right? But I like it after I actually watch the scene. That way, I've had time to digest it, and I know what it's like fully played out. Although, like again, like thinking about the way that this show works, though, is it loves to do like a back and forth between the characters. And it's hard to have that sometimes when there's like at what point would you have explained her powers, for example, like in a way before, because her powers, they don't know what her powers are. Like the whole point is they're trying to figure out what her powers are to get around her, which I think makes it, I feel like, less clunky to me, because that's the whole point of the scene, is like they're trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's why it works.
Yes, yeah. Even though it's still confusing. It still took me a second, but I understood it by the end of it.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about Hakari?
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Actually, you know what? He's kind of boring.
Really?
In a way. Yeah, I mean, he's not boring like on paper, but in the grand context of like media, he's not like,
he's no Toto.
He's he's not that different. He's like Toto nerfed.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, so it's like
he's Toto on the anti-schizophrenic medication.
There we go.
I like his dynamic with his girlfriend, but
I love the line. Okay.
Although I don't know if we know they're a girl, but yeah.
Oh no, I think it was established they're trans, but I think they are dating.
Yeah.
Which again,
so they are a girl.
Yeah, they're a girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then I do appreciate that we do have like would you call it an LGBT couple that isn't like awkward or like over exaggerated?
It feels it's natural,
right?
But like she's not a stereotype. She's just like is a character, like a character they interact with. Yeah.
But also, I love the line of him saying, like, I haven't been this excited since my ex-girlfriend maxed out my credit card. I love the idea of him, like,
I feel that.
I love the idea of him going to, like, a loan office, and the loan officer being like, listen, you're, like, 3 days late with your, like, credit card payment. And he's like, yeah, I'm 3 days late. Tell me what you're going to do with me. We're going to put a lien on your house. Oh, yeah. Take all my assets, baby.
Something that this show really excels in, they have really good what would you call it? Not cinematography. Like I guess it'd be cinematography, right?
Staging.
Just like the way that scenes are like composed and shot is like very fun, especially in some of the action scenes. I wish I wrote down what scenes in particular in like the last episode that we watched, but there was like some really cool moments with how they were playing with the camera.
Oh yeah.
I really like the scene where he is immediately sus on Yuji because he gets a text. And like
wait, you cut off.
Oh, sorry. I like the scene where he gets immediately sus on Yuji Hikari. And it's like the same. It's like the same camera shot, and he like goes back to get something to drink, and then he just like starts beating the shit out of him. I just like how that whole scene was composed in general.
Oh yeah, like a lot of the rotoscoping they've been doing with this season looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that makes sense. That is rotoscoping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
I was thinking, I was like, wow, these animes are cracked, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still.
I mean, they are still cracked.
Yeah, it's still.
Yeah,
cracked.
they're still cracked, but yeah.
So Jujutsu Kaisen, the whole like the organization, the Jujutsu Sorcerer organization, are they fucking stupid or like are they just evil?
Yeah.
Yes. They're like I think they're literally it's not even like a
malignant stupidity. It's just it's like an ego stupidity.
Yes, but that's not what I was trying to say. I feel like it's not even supposed to be something that's like hidden, but I feel like it's a very obvious allegory to just people in charge today in government. The government. Just literally just being stupid for no other reason than just doing stuff how it's been done, you know. So it's just like, yeah.
we killed the principal of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Listen, one of his students did something really bad, so we have to execute him. Okay,
we had to execute him. He had a really cracked power, but fuck.
He made Muppets. Okay.
No, imagine you have like the vessel of Sukuna, the most powerful cursed spirit in the history of cursed spirits, wanting to work for you and do what you say, and you're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
You know, what are you like? This is it's just straight up stupidity. There's nothing else to it. Yeah.
Even like if it's like they hate Yuji and they see him as an abomination, they want to kill him or whatever. It's in their best interest to like appease him and keep him like sane and cool and on their side as much as they fucking can, even if they hate his ass. Right. Same thing with like Gojo. Like maybe they didn't like how Gojo was constantly undermining them. I'm guessing that's like the reason why they didn't like him. But like it seems like they're exclusively good at killing their own guys.
Right.
Like and everything else, like stopping any like kind of like cursed spirit, they're dog shit.
Yeah. Gojo is the only adult we've ever seen kill cursed spirit in this anime.
I don't understand what, like, maybe you guys can explain to me, what did the old guy gain from killing Yaga, the principal? Because
I assume he's kind of just like a puppet of like the greater organization, because he didn't even seem like he necessarily wanted to. Like,
what do they gain from killing him?
I don't know.
Because like if you kill him, you can't get the secret. I mean, they did get the secret, but like they didn't know they would get the secret from killing him. So like,
I think the idea.
Why wouldn't you try to capture him?
Right.
And I don't understand.
Or work with him. Fuck, please.
So
yeah, I mean.
So the idea is so this goes to two things, right? So the first thing was like I think the idea was they since he was responsible for I guess teaching Gojo and like what's his name, Geto, then he has responsibility in like them screwing stuff up. I think and I think they use that as a pretext to arrest him, so they could say, "Hey, if you give us the secret to like making the puppets, we won't kill you." But then he refused, so I guess they forced their hand and he killed them anyway.
That's fine though, but then you don't kill him. Threaten his life and then don't kill. Because like, here's the thing with what the situation they're in right now. They just lost like some of their top sorcerers. Like
they lost
seriously
their
the
clan.
top sorcerers. And like they have like potentially a guy that's just going to like destroy and enslave all of humanity, like just out there on the run because you're trying to kill him, and like you decide to go after your top sorcerer still. Like I don't like. I get that they're supposed to be like incompetent and like evil or whatever, but it's just like, man.
Not even to like throw out the fact that like they mentioned there's a shortage of sorcerers.
Yeah.
And they literally let the guy who can create an arm, like They let the guy who can create an army of robots get killed off, and they actively killed the other guy who can make an army of puppets. Like, they are actively kneecapping their own ability to fight.
They're not in a position to
they're working for Sukuna. That has to be what it is.
Probably, honestly.
they're working for Kenjaku. Like,
I was really hoping we were going to have the old man be like a little bit more new. Maybe he will be, because he seemed to like be genuinely surprised that Panda cared about his dad. But like, yeah. I was kind of hoping we would get a little bit more nuance from him.
Okay, a little what?
A little bit more nuance from him, like a little bit more like maybe he has some questioning to do, or I don't know.
Okay,
something. Yeah,
I love the idea if we like flash forward to like near the end of the series, right? Like somehow Sukuna gets freed. His first thing is like, I'm gonna kill off like the sorcerer government just to make sure like no one can stop me. The main characters get up to Sukuna and he's like standing in front of a giant crater, and he turns to him and is like, I didn't do anything. It was literally like this when I got here. What the hell, you guys?
Also, if they kill Yuji right now by like stabbing him or like I guess running into him really fast, won't like Sukuna just bring him back to life and like just like kill everybody?
It's weird because before because he mentioned that like, oh yeah, you only have like 1/3 of my soul, so it's not worth my effort. But now that he's like 95% in there, probably yes.
Because that happened in the first season where Yuji dies and Sukuna brings him back to life and like puppets him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It happened twice.
So like even if they like end up like killing him, like maybe I'm just misunderstanding things. But even if they end up killing him, isn't he just going to come back again? Except Sukuna's just going to have full control.
Yes.
So what the fuck?
Wait, yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, that might be it. It's yeah.
Maybe they explained it. Maybe they explained it, and like that can't happen again or something. But I'm just like, what would be what is the point of all of this? Like, if you're just going to like accelerate what you don't want to happen theoretically,
right? And the weird thing too is like Yuji can't heal himself. So if Sukuna was to like.
Right.
It's like, say if Yuji did get killed, I feel like it's literally in Sukuna's best effort to bring him back to life because he's like 90% in there. And again, you would probably have the same thing of like, oh, I'll bring the heart back on, but I'll just shut off the brain for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And even then, like, if they... like, if Yuji does... Because otherwise... If it was as simple as like Yuji can just like kill himself and like kill Sukuna, then I feel like he would have done that by now, right?
No.
Didn't he try or?
Well, the thing about it is he doesn't have like all the fingers eaten yet, so there will still be a trace of him like in the world causing shit.
There. Wait, didn't Jogo feed the rest of the fingers to him back at Shibuya?
Not the rest, fed most of them.
Yeah.
Oh, do we know how many? I was just gonna ask. Do we know how many are left?
Those 2 girls he killed as soon as he like revived in Shibuya had like the remaining finger, so it's in play, but we don't know where it is.
Okay, I see. So there's one more that he has yet to eat.
Yes.
Much. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, that's crazy.
He has one remaining. Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay, here's another thing, kind of a change of topic. But it's just something that's been going through my mind as these episodes have been going, is the absence of Nobara. Like, it sucks not having her. Yeah. Especially when you think about how much screen time and like attention and care some of these side characters are getting. You know, it's like, are you serious? She's not here, but all of them are? Like, come on. I hope she's still alive.
I think she is, but I don't think we're going to see her for the rest of the series.
That's crazy. That's so
I think
stupid.
I think we're gonna have a after the final boss gets beat. I think we're gonna have an after credit scene of her like coming out of her coma and just being like, "Whoa, what the hell did I miss?"
I feel like at that point you just shouldn't have her come out of the coma. You should just,
yeah, honestly.
I'll feel more insulted if she comes out of the coma after like everything's over, you know.
But even if she was in a coma, we don't get any of the drama from that. We don't get like anybody at her bedside while she's like in a coma, like half dead. Like we just haven't seen her since Shibuya arc.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If they had used, instead of using Megumi's sister as the emotional hook for this arc or whatever, if they had used her, Nobara, as like, you know, the person who's in danger from this game or whatever, do you think it would? I feel like it would have been worse actually. But
I think it would have been way better.
I think it would have been better too. Wait, why do you think it'd be worse? Just curious.
I think it would be worse because I feel like the thing I would be thinking in my mind is, of course, out of all the characters that they choose, of the main characters that they choose to be the one who's like in distress, it'll be the damsel, right? So that's
but they already fucking killed her. So like, I feel like it'd be at least a little bit of an improvement.
But to counter that too, like,
I feel like
I would rather us be concerned about a character we know we have an emotional attachment to than a random NPC we just casually got reminded of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do think that what's his name? Megumi's sister is not a good, like, you know, emotional hook, I guess. But it could be worse because I've seen series where they just make up like a character in the arc to like be the person who you have to save. At least with her, we've known about her from the beginning. So like at least Gege had the good sense to like introduce her earlier on.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. It could be better. Like it's not the best. But also I don't really care that much because I like all the other stuff so much more.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. What do you think the logistics of Kinjaku evacuating the cities were? Because we saw like him like come to random people in their sleep to like give them the option of like getting out the city or not. I have so many questions with that. First one, what if someone wasn't asleep? Does he just like spawn in front of them and ask them if they want to leave? Like what if I was like taking a shit like right in the middle of the evacuation? Is he just going to like teleport in front of me, ask me if I want to stay or not? Is he going to give me a chance to wipe it or flush? Like, what if someone gets evacuated and they're like, "Oh shit, I left my medication in there. God dang it!"
Oh,
no. Like what?
Yeah, like, what? There's a lot of things you have to think about.
Also, like, I'm wondering, like, okay, did he pull like a Santa Claus? Like, were there a bunch of clones, or was he like on a timetable? Right? Was he? If there was like someone who's like, "Dang, can you explain to me?" Is he just going to be like, "Dude, come on, I have like 1,000 more people I need to evacuate. Give me a yes or no answer right now."
I feel
thing too is
no, go ahead.
No, you had.
I was gonna say I feel bad that the people who don't have cursed energy potential get to leave, but the people who do, they have to. It's like it kind of sucks, right? It's like because they're really no different. Like you didn't get to choose to have cursed energy potential, so like now you do, and you have to stay, and you have to fight against people who have been sorcerers their whole lives, and people who were sorcerers thousands of years ago or whatever. So, but I mean, clearly, as long as you're a prodigy like Higurama, then it's not a big deal, I guess.
Listen, clearly it isn't that hard, all right?
Yeah.
I think Gojo's just been BSing everyone this entire time. I think the principal has just been doing it to like collect tuition money, all right? The other thing I want to dang it, I forgot, I lost my train of thought that fast. The other thing, I would like regular society in Japan right now has to be in flames, right? Because imagine this happened to in America, right? You wake up one day, you find out like New York is just a crater, a bunch of like New Jersey's a giant flesh pit, and that not only are there invisible monsters that are hunting humans exist, wizards exist, and all of a sudden you find out that like 3 states just got evicted for a wizard fighting game tournament. Like that I'm almost depressed that we don't see like society just going to shit in a dumpster fire right now.
I feel like, I mean, you're right, But I feel like if there's any country that wouldn't in that situation, it's Japan. I feel like they'd figure out some way to get things done in a, in an organized way. But no, I mean, it would definitely, it would go to shit. You're right. But yeah, I feel like if there's anyone who would figure it out, it's them.
Or just imagine like the whole logistics of like 3 states just getting like evicted. Like imagine like trying to like deal with all those evicted like displaced people too.
Yeah, it's kind of I mean, I don't want to get too deep, but like that's literally happening in the world right now, so.
Also, another question, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how like curse techniques work, right? Because it feels like either A is something you're born with or B is something you learn. But that implies that if we look at like the little like helicopter guys, there was a dude who just decided like, you know what I want with all my magic power? I want a propeller to come out of my freaking head.
I feel like, don't you think that's better than randomly getting a head propeller power? I feel like it's better to
that would be hilarious though.
Yeah, a mixture
like,
of
imagine
both,
like you're in like
where you learn it, or you either something happens to you, or you're born with it, but also you can learn it to make it better. Like, isn't that how?
I don't know.
With, like,
I actually don't know. I thought it was just like. Oh, sorry.
I think that's what happened with Higurumo. He was just in court, and then one day, like, he got his like magic gavel and everything. Yeah. I love the idea of this guy was just sitting in like the DMV or a bar, and all of a sudden a propeller just explodes out of his head and just starts going all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing. I like the idea of like us realizing that like half the like participants in this game just died from their like technique just spontaneously appearing out.
Right? That's so
like,
crazy.
Like the guy, like, picture like the guy who like causes explosions by like taking off pieces of his body. Like imagine like just like one night you're just you clip one of your like toenails and all of a sudden it just explodes in your face or something like that.
Man, where's Inumaki? Where the fuck is Inumaki at?
I know.
He lost like his arm, guy. Okay? He lost his arm. He can't talk without his arm.
Is he too powerful to bring into like any other arc? he just gets blasted off screen in Shibuya because they're like, well, we can't have him like do anything actually important.
You see, so here's another thing that I think is kind of weird is that the characters, there have been characters established early on, like the people from like, first of all, the second years, like Inumaki, like you said,
yeah,
and also a lot of the people from the Kyoto school. I feel like it would be better, just like the same thing with Nobara, it would be better to focus, now that we're in the end game of the series, right? I think this is the second to last arc, like put focus on them, right? Like and have them fight. I don't know. I just feel like, like we got like a whole episode and a half on what's his name, on Higuruma, like his backstory or whatever. And it's like, there are characters that we have already attached to from the beginning that like, it would be nice to expand on that and see them fight and actually see their powers at their full potential. But then again, it's not over, so maybe we will still get to see that. But I just, it's kind of annoying because it seems like as we move like each arc, as we move forward through each arc, no character stays constant except for like Yuji and Megumi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, or we'll get someone, but they are there for like a little bit and they just like die. Like we get for just like to say a line to Maki, and then like even Mekamaru, like he has his own episode, but like we didn't get much of a chance to like know him before then. But I don't even know if they're gonna bring up the other. I don't even really remember who else is. There's Blue One. There's Witch Girl. There's Discount Chozo.
Yeah.
Right.
Chozo at home.
Chozo at home. Yeah. So like I mean I guess we just kind of have to accept that those guys weren't really that important. I feel like Itamaki though should definitely be. We should definitely get an update on what he's up to at least.
He can't talk without his arm. I don't know what you expect from him.
Yeah, I think. I would just want to see more of them. Maybe it's not even all of them. I think I only just care about Inumaki when I think about it.
Right.
Yeah, but like the way Panda has been getting screen time, I want that for Inumaki too.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Right.
That's pretty much what I'm
He's
saying.
the only one who didn't get like a big moment in this arc so far.
Yeah. Or even in the series. Like I don't think he even really got like a good fight. I guess you can say Panda didn't either. Panda kind of did actually. During the Forest of Death arc.
Yeah. How do you feel about the two new villains we got introduced in the recent episodes, Receipt Man and Explodey Guy?
I like Receipt Man's powers. I don't like his stupid ass outfit, but you know that's fine.
Okay,
I'm for me it's the exact opposite.
Okay, I'm very frustrated by him, right? Because I think the idea of him having a chicken suit made out of receipts is really hilarious. But my problem is it looks too cheap. This is clearly someone who has a lot of money, so you would think that if he was going to wear that, he would have like a fancy suit underneath it or something.
If it was fancy paper mache, like it's made of receipts, but it's like done. He's clearly like really like worked on. I don't know. I think it would be cool.
Because like he would have to spend a crud ton of money to get all that stuff. Because it's not like he like stole all of it. He has receipts.
He literally.
I bet he just like goes around dumpster diving for receipts. That's how he does it.
But he doesn't have the aura for that though. That's the other problem.
Yeah, he's funny. It's too bad he's probably never gonna show up again.
No.
No. They're gonna kill him
Yeah.
here.
Okay, but what if, right? It gets revealed he was the secret final villain, and that he has receipts for all of Sukuna's fingers.
I would like that.
So like I'm curious what the rules are with the receipts. Like, can it be any receipt? Like, can you, if you have a transaction with someone and you write down a little paper about what happened on the transaction, is it like with a specific organization? Like, oh, it has to, you have to like you had to have gone to Walmart.
Oh,
yeah. Well, no, because there's different organizations. It's just his abilities are so tied to like capitalism.
Yeah,
that's true. I think
that's part of what the elders don't like.
I think it has to be a literal printed out receipt. Like he has to exchange funds, and they have to like write it. Like they have to like put it into a machine, and it has to get printed out. So we can't like go on Craigslist and like buy like, oh yeah, I got this car used off of Craigslist or something like that. No, he has to like go to a dealer, go through the process of like buying the car and getting the actual like written out, like printed out official receipts.
I have the receipts for my cancer treatment. You have cancer now. I got my dog's balls removed, and now you don't have any balls.
That's actually in like his like skill set too, which is hilarious.
Because he had the one where he got refreshed from. I thought that was pretty neat. I like how he got refreshed from. A day at the. Was it a spa? I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. I think it would have been even funnier if he could do both. Where it's like, yes, he could get refreshed, but he could also have it so everything he used in that spa day gets fired out. So you get like the hot water flying at you. You have the hotel bed. You have the entire building.
The spa gets summoned, yeah.
But it's only present for like 3 days.
Man. What about...
But again, I like it because it makes sense with his personality. I just wish he doesn't seem like a person who would just run around in his underwear. You would think he would afford like a really nice suit or something.
Yeah.
Or if he was just dumpster diving, like make him look dirtier.
Yeah, make him look like a dumpster diver. You know, this is the second show I've seen this week where one of the villains uses like stuff from their body as explosives, which is interesting. That happened twice or whatever.
Oh, One Piece.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I just realized. Yeah, the guy he's except he's just restricted to his boogers.
no,
Yeah.
I think he like uses spit and stuff before. He likes to use his boogers.
Oh, really? I don't.
I think
I wonder if
so,
that's the case in the anime too. But I don't know
feel
why
like
they would change
no.
it, so it probably is.
Yeah.
So I like the idea. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but this is slightly off topic. Boogers make way more sense than the guy off of Jujutsu Kaisen because that's really easy to get off your
Yes.
body. Like, it's like
Yeah.
it's easier to pull off. It's hard. Like pulling out hairs hurts and it's hard. It's hard like peeling off nails. Like just taking boogers or spit and just throwing at people. A, it's hilarious, and B, it's way easier to pull off.
You have 32 like shots with your teeth. Okay,
Right.
you really got to make it count.
I seriously wonder how like manga authors come up with some of these powers. I sometimes think that they just like flip through a dictionary and pick like random words and like put it together. And, you know, like booger bomb. There we go, booger bomb. You know, it's
Booger
just
bomb. Yeah.
yeah.
I always subscribe to the theory that all of them are like overworked and underfed. So the number one thing on their mind is like how awesome food would be, and they just like project that into their manga.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're all sleep deprived, so they just like in hallucination mode all the time.
That too.
By the way, I just want to quickly, Mr. Fry from One Piece. It says that he could use any part of his body
Wow.
for explosions,
So
or
he's
even his
been-
entire body. So he just likes using his boogers.
I mean, if
Again, it's
if
more
that was me,
effective.
I think I would too. It makes sense.
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
like-
It's the
or
most
hair,
efficient.
you know?
Yeah, hair.
Yeah.
Hair's hard to pull out though, and like at some point your mouth will get dry.
Well,
Yeah, you have to-
saliva
Like
is
spit and
definitely the
boogers are
easiest,
both
though.
gross.
But but also you only have so many boogers. At least I
Yeah.
would hope.
Right. But it could be allergy season.
Ooh,
there we
but
go.
it's just like maybe it's just running then though. Then what happens? If
Yeah.
it's-
It's like nitroglycerin. You're just sneezing fire.
What do we think about the girl that betrays Megami?
I am mixed on how I feel about how Gay writes female characters. So like first of all, I figured from the start that she was gonna betray him.
Yeah, obviously.
But I find it weird how like I think her and like Maki are our only two active female protagonists right now, or female characters right now.
Well, we have the star lady.
Star Lady,
Yeah,
you're right.
Angel?
Yes.
You're right.
Or wait, who? Who's?
Forget
Oh
it.
yeah,
Hikari's girlfriend.
yeah.
Kira. Yeah.
We have wherever the fuck pedo incest pedo lady is at.
Hey, okay.
Oh, yeah, she's like
wrong
in
about
Malaysia, right?
Listen, okay. There's nothing wrong with a grown woman asking teenage boys what their type of girl is. Okay,
Not
there's
only-
nothing wrong.
Not only like did she like sleep with the clearly a child, but she did it like while dodging Shibuya. Well, like she did a fight at Shibuya and left.
Is it really effed up that she probably had the happiest ending out of everyone in Jujutsu Kaisen?
I mean, I hope she doesn't like. Yeah, I hope she has some consequences for being like a terrible human being. But I guess we'll see if they even like remember to bring her up again.
do you want them to bring her back up again?
Not really.
honestly?
No, I'll be honest.
I don't really understand at this point what the purpose of her character was.
I don't either. Maybe to just show that other sorcerers are just kind of selfish and bad.
We have all the other stuff though.
Yeah, we have we have other examples of this. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, she's obviously going to betray Megami. It was kind of funny how like Megami definitely knew this and was like not buying any of it. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna do more with her at all. Wait, did she die?
I don't think
so.
she's dead. I think she's alive still.
Okay.
Also, I like the fact that like if you try to enter one of the colonies, you just get like Fortnite drop without the glider. I think that was really funny.
Yeah, it's like why? That's just so sadistic.
I really would have liked it better if like the point after you die, the points just like float out of you. Yeah. It's like Scott Pilgrim, you just explode into coins.
God, what else is
Are you guys surprised that they were actually managed? I'm so shocked that they managed to get a rule change this quickly.
I'm not, because like that's the weird thing about JJK. It wants to move really fast, but also wants to have all these convoluted expo dumps.
Yeah, true. I think that's the. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we haven't even mentioned the Two-Face guy.
Oh, the comedian guy.
Oh yeah,
he's
him.
my favorite actually.
About him.
Seriously,
I almost forgot about him because he stole the show. He's hilarious.
Right. I love I love the quiet moments in this season because like everyone involved just like awkwardly standing around him was freaking hilarious.
When he tells a joke and it doesn't land and like the animation style like turns to scribbles.
The funny thing about him is that he actually is funny, just not at all in the way he thinks he is.
No.
Right.
There was comedy, just his lack thereof.
Exactly.
Being embarrassing.
I was okay. I'm also okay. This is gonna sound really weird. I'm kind of shocked. Okay, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He makes sense to me because think about it. Imagine you wake up one day, you have superpowers, you have the entire run of the city, and there are people, and you're in a death game. I don't know about you, but the first thing I would do is grab a really silly superhero outfit and just start fawning around. I'm sorry, if Receipt Guy didn't look so broke, I would be 100% down with him. And I think what was his name? Takaba was 100% in his decisions.
My question is, how did he get his hands on that suit? Did he just have it waiting for the destined day to come?
He said he's a fan of the comedian, so I think so.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Well, they probably had it in stores, but I like the idea of one day. He watched Hakuri's whatchamacallit, YouTube video on how he used curse energy. That's why he's so awesome.
He just kind of shows up, helps Megami, and then fucks off, which is pretty cool.
It'll not be cool. It'll not be cool if he never shows up again. That'll be annoying.
I think it'd be kind of funny in this instance.
They even gave him a little bit of a backstory,
They foreshadowed him.
In this instance, it would kind of be funny if he never showed up again.
Right.
It would be hilarious if we didn't know anything else about him, about his history. If he's just a random guy who shows up, half naked and then disappears. Yeah.
Okay,
but it feels like because we know his backstory, it feels like that was the beginning, this is the middle, and then there should be an end or something,
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I want. If I was doing the Netflix One Piece live action style thing for JJK, I would have him not show up for the rest of the series after this point, but then have a scene right after they beat Sukuna and everything. Have it revealed that oh yeah, this guy runs Sorcerer Society now, and he's just in the costume, just doing awkward poses.
He's
Toby.
Whole, imagine he was Toby.
Yeah.
God, that'd be the end of Game of Thrones where they make Bronn
God.
Actually, I'm not gonna spoil it, I guess, but fuck. Maybe he never pops up. They just he's just in the background of a shot where there's dead bodies in the ditch somewhere, in a completely unrelated arc.
He gets a kill still on Sukuna during the final arc. Oh my god! Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to see him anymore until the final battle where he pulls the exact same shit, and you have a scene of the main characters and like even Sukuna just being like awkwardly standing there, being like, "Who the hell's this guy? Like, you were having a fight? What the hell? This is very inconsiderate."
God. Is that everybody? Is that cover everything that happened?
I think so.
Yeah.
Higurumo versus Saul Goodman.
I can't wait to see him fight.
Yeah.
That person who has 200. Was it 200 points? What was his name? Kashimo. We haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait
to see. I think
we're
gonna have him fight Hakari actually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But okay, so here's kind of like this kind of goes to what I was talking about before, which is why like this didn't need to be Hakari, right? You could have instead of Hakari, we could have just had some other character that was introduced earlier and just built upon that character playing this role in this series, right? Like, I guess you could say no, it can't be anyone else because it has to be someone who's like special grade level strength. But then you should have just introduced Hakari earlier or something, or like introduced that character earlier, you know? I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna sound even crazier. I think it would have been better if it was Todo. Like, you have an arc where like him, Chozo, and Yuji are like in Shibuya just killing like demons and everything, and then it just reveals that like, oh yeah, I joined this like underground fighting tournament. We might be able to find some information there or something like that. Yeah. Or hell, just have him like, since Hakari's only there for like brute force, we could just have like Todo serve that role and just go to wherever other colony he needs to be in.
By the way, we don't know Hakari's power yet, do we?
No.
It's probably so OP. Oh my god, I can't wait.
I do know he has awesome dance moves, though.
Yeah. Seen that too.
All right. Anything else, you guys?
No, I think I'm... Actually, there was one more thing. But I can't remember. So, yeah, I guess that's it for me.
You guys ready for final ratings?
Well, real quick, do you guys think it would have helped if they introduced some of these characters earlier?
Yes.
Like, maybe lawyer guy, so I'm thinking all the names right now. He, like, I don't know, just theoretically, let's say he was, like, helping people who are, like, if you want to tie it into his relevance to, like, everything else going on, like, maybe he was helping people who were victims of, like, the whole, like, Shibuya incident or something. And,
okay,
like,
you know what would have been funny?
Them. Yeah?
You remember that guy who was, like, in the cafe when, like, Jogo just blew it up?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, something's weird. I need to get the hell out of here. I think it would have been more fun if he was one of the contestants. If he was like Higurumo or something, or if he was Takaba.
Oh, like that he got cursed powers for getting shat on by Jogo?
Yeah, no, like remember when he was like, when the volcano guy was like in the cafe and he was just like, oh no, something's wrong here. I need to get out of here. And he just runs out. Just runs out before like the building explodes.
Yeah.
I think it would have been funnier if like, if that was like Takaba, like that was foreshadowing Takaba.
Yeah.
Because that way we know like, oh, that character did an interesting thing before, and we get to see more of him.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I wonder if all this would have made the whole world feel like a bit smaller. Like if we have an arc and then everybody of all these random sorcerers are like people we already know.
I don't think it makes it feel smaller. I think it's just because like right now it already moves really fast, so we don't really have an opportunity to like live in the world.
That's true. Yeah.
I think if the pace was slower, it would be okay to introduce like new characters,
random NPCs,
but like since it's faster and like it kind of makes the story shorter, you know, I would prefer to stick with the fewer characters longer, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Because then it sucks too, because like we see the principal like dying, right? And it's like I'm more like, oh hey you, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? And then it's just like, oh he's dead now. Dead. You know, like it almost makes you wonder. Sad, but
when you think about it, plot wise, what was the purpose of that? So he got killed because he was holding on to the secret of how to create cursed dolls. So I guess
Right.
they're probably gonna Jujutsu High is probably gonna try to create an army, I guess. So that's probably why it was necessary.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with like JJK deaths is it feels less like Game of Thrones, like you're losing someone you put emotional investment in, and more like someone just breaking a toy you just got.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like you're upset, you're not sad, you're not remorseful, but you're just upset that someone like, hey, I wanted to I like that Mechamaru action figure. I want to play with it more.
I want to
What the
play with
hell?
it a little more.
Yeah. I think that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys have anything
Final
else?
ratings?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, sure. You go. Go ahead. You can start.
I think these last couple of episodes were pretty great. I think I love the action, I love the animation, I like the new characters we got introduced to. And a lot of my like big critiques of it are just the long running stuff. Like I think the pacing for this wasn't too bad actually, but I think a lot of the explanations and some bloated dialogue and some of the context of the whole thing is just where I think it's what stops it from being a masterpiece.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. Animation, obviously, and art in general is just super good as usual.
Best it's ever been.
Yeah, for sure. Direction, all that. I like the fights, of course. To me, it's the perfect blend of like pausing and thinking and versus action, and it helps that the action is done very well. If it was like a slideshow action, then yeah, it would kind of suck, but the fact that the action parts are done very well helps a lot with that. I just like the premise of the arc. Like this is like this to me, this is prime peak like iconic shonen battle arc. You get a bunch of people inside a room, and they have to fight it out. Like that's yeah. So and it's so you can do it badly, but this is being done well in my opinion. So honestly, in my eyes, Jujutsu Kaisen stocks have never been higher. It's funny because out of all the seasons, this is the season I've heard the least peep from online. Like I don't hear people talking about this one as much. Maybe I'm just missing out on it or something, but it's surprising because it's the one that I like the most so far. Yeah.
I think a part of me is still nostalgic for like some of the season 1 stuff. So I still think that's my favorite season. But I think this is like a close second. And then I just didn't enjoy season 2 all that much in general. But I think it's pretty good what's here, and I feel like a lot of my issues are like personal preference stuff. And the art and animation for the show, it's just like fantastic all around. Like we only mentioned it like a little bit, but it's crazy how good this show looks. You know, for what it is, really. So I'm gonna give it about like a, I don't know. This is gonna sound low, but like a 6.5 out of 10.
Dang.
Wait, you're rating again?
Good, which is good. Yeah, I'm rating it to be special.
Okay. So wait, you said 6.5 out of 10?
I think so, and I think it's better
that's
than
low.
Man, but like it's better than everything else, and I still think it's better than all the other how I would compare it to like a lot of the other parts of the show. Maybe a 7 out of 10 would be more fair.
How would you compare this compared to Chainsaw Man this season specifically?
I think
Man, season 1.
I think I like Chainsaw Man slightly better than this season.
I can see that.
Makes sense.
I just think Chainsaw Man has a little bit more style that I like compared to this.
Yeah,
and
I
like
think
a little bit more
Chainsaw Man is also
simplicity,
cleaner.
you know. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did you have something else?
No, I think that's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. So that's been our review of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Culling Games Part 1, Episodes 5 through 10. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.